Hello everyone, Carlos Flores, back on basics. This video is going to be on the importance of being present as a parent, but not being a helicopter parent. But before we start, subscribe to my YouTube channel, back on basics 9985. Hit the notification button so that way you can see and get notifications when new videos come on. I believe this is video number 98. 98. So, I'm very proud of myself, and I'm also happy that you're following me, that you're subscribing, that you're liking the videos, because I've gotten so many ideas and suggestions on how to expand some of these topics, right? And how to make sure that I talk about some of the topics that I haven't hit on yet. So if you also have a specific topic, hit the notification button and I'll be more than happy to give you my perspective on how that topic goes. So as a parent, no matter what, no matter if it's a young child or children, school agers, preteens, teenagers, adults, a parent always needs to be present. But that doesn't mean that you need to be a helicopter parent. So a helicopter parent is somebody that just hovers and hovers and hovers. Usually is a parent that does everything for their kids. And I don't mean, right? I don't just mean help a lot with their homework or help them with their project or do 95% of their project. What I mean is eating them, cutting their stuff up. I mean, it's great. And I know that some cultures do that, and it's really, really, really great. And I applaud you if you've done that. One of our aunts did that with our kids when they were small. But at the same time, we all came to an agreement that at a certain age, they would start learning the skills that they needed. So that way they can learn how to speak, they can learn how to write, they can learn how to prepare for preschool, they can learn how to prepare for kinder, they can learn how to prepare for school age, and then on top of that, they can learn how to prepare for junior high school, and college. And so it's a preparation. It's just being there. It's being present, right? It's being mindful. Remember, mindfulness is being in here and now in the moment. It's about being present with your kids. It's not about hovering, right? You're not putting an invisibility cloak just like Harry Potter, so that way your kids don't get hurt or don't get sad or don't fail. It's about being there for the ups and the downs and the ups and the downs of their lives, because we all have it. We all have gone through highs and lows, believe me. I told you in other videos, about 2 years ago, I was without a job during the pandemic. For about a year and a half. I applied to roughly, and I'm saying roughly, 230 to 240 jobs. One of my goals, ultimate goals that I still have, right? Remember, we talked about goals that I still have and want to complete is I want to be a provost or a president at a community college. And so or university, right? And so those are some of the things that I want to do. I still want. It's in my bucket list. It's in my sign-in list. It's in my goal list that I go over every 6 months. And so I still have that in my sights. Does it mean that that's my primary? Yeah, no, it's not my primary. But excuse me, it is the one that I want to do. So again, Your children will have those things. They will have goals and dreams, aspirations, things, wants. They're going to have questions. You can't hover them over them, but you can be there. You can be present. So that way they'll be able to say, hey, mom or dad or uncle or any family member, I feel comfortable coming to you to talk about different topics. And the nice thing about it is that you as a parent or as a caregiver or as a support group person, you, what you're going to do is you're going to support them. You're going to listen to them. You're not going to judge. No judging. This is a no judging zone. Believe me, this is not a no, this is a no judging zone because you're going to listen and what you're going to do is you're either going to say, here, let me give you a little bit of advice and let me think about it so that way I can give you an elaborate answer later on. Don't promise them the world. Don't tell them that they're not going to make any mistakes. Make mistakes all the time, all the time. And so we have to be that mindset. Being mindful, it also means being in the here and now, but being mindful that you are going to make a mistake. The difference is one person will adapt using their support system and they will move forward. The other person is going to get stuck where they're at and they're going to give up on their goals. You want to be a parent, a support system person that gives them that positive feedback, that honest feedback, that support, a different perspective, so that way that they can adapt and they can move forward. Kids have problems at all the ages, different ages. Kids have problems at 48 years old. That's here. And I want you to know that all, and I say all, and I'm being a very, very infinite person, all successes come because of the mistakes that you made and the adaptations in order for you to move forward that you have made as well. You grow as a person. If I were to talk to my 9-year-old self now as a 48-year-old, I would tell him, I would say, Carlos, I want you to know that it's okay to make mistakes. I want you to know that it's okay to be quiet, but at the same time, I would recommend for you to talk to people so that way you can get a different perspective and not just your own. So that way you don't have to be in your head all the time. I want you to realize that the war will end, the killings will end, the kidnappings will end, and you will move forward and succeed no matter what you want to do. And so, I mean, as a parent, we all want our kids to succeed. And if they don't succeed, then we support them and we help them adapt and we help them get to a different perspective or we help them see different options, right? So be present as a parent. Do not be a helicopter parent. Do not hover over or do not put that Harry Potter cloak of invisibility so that way they'll be protected. They're not. You have to let them fail. It's nature. I don't want to say it's human nature, but it is. I mean, it's one of those things that if I can go back and tell you why I liked to get into life coaching, why I got into life coaching, why I got into counseling, why I did therapy, why I was a therapist at some point, why I like to help youth. It's because, and this is not anything to do with my parents' lack of support because they were super supportive. Super supportive. They were there for me. They actually helped get us from refugee status in the 80s to permanent residents here in the United States to citizen, right? All of us being American citizens. And we did it in pretty fast time. Pretty fast time. But it was because we were all working as a unit. My parents were not hovering. They hovered in other stuff. I'm not saying that they don't hover, that they're not helicopter parents, but they put foundation, they put the basics for us, for my brother and I, and all our friends, so that way we could succeed. Am I successful? It's what I think success is. And guess what? I think I'm successful. I think that I've gone through bumps along the road, bumps throughout life. I think that every time I fall down, I stand up, I dust myself off, and I keep on going forward. I'm stubborn, but in a very different way because I know that I can get to my goals. The thing is, you have to get through your mindset, right? That some of these goals will take time and the growth will be small at first. But then with compounding, uh, in the compounding effect, they will build. It's like the snowball I've been saying, the pebble that goes from the top of the hill all the way down. When when you're on the top of the hill, it's a tiny, 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 tiny pebble or a little bit of snow at the bottom. You're unstoppable. So you wanna be that pebble, and you wanna keep on going. Again, 98 videos, right? 98 videos, different kind of videos. I want to make sure that you're able to see my footsteps and see the successes and the failures that I've done, so that way you don't have to repeat them. So that way your children don't have to repeat them. I want to make sure that that happens. Take advantage. This is not something that a lot of people like to share because a lot of people in this country, we're very individualistic. You got to understand that. I love the fact that we're a melting pot, that we're different cultures blending together, but we're still not a village. And it takes a village to raise a child, and it takes a present parent to make sure that that child knows that they're being supported, that that child knows that there's other people that they can go to, that that child knows that it's okay to fail. So be present as a parent. Don't be a helicopter parent. And make sure that you also, as a parent, talk to other parents and talk to other support systems so that way you can actually assess how you're doing. Am I doing too much? Am I doing too little? Is it just right? It depends on your child as well. Some kids need a lot of attention. Some kids need less attention. You have to adapt as a parent. Believe me, you have to. And so again, be present. Don't be a helicopter parent. Make sure that you're mindful, that you're here. Understand that all of us, and this is a very, 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 all of us make mistakes. It's okay. We have to forgive ourselves so that way we can move forward. Does it mean that we're gonna take a step back? It may. Does it mean that it's gonna take a little bit longer? It may. But does it mean that you're going to give up? Oh, no, 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 no. You're not. You're going to move forward. You're going to adapt. You're going to look throughout your system and you're going to look at your support system and say, what can I do so that way I can get to the place where I want to be? Be present for your kids. So subscribe to my YouTube channel, Back on Basics 9985. hit the notification button so that way you can see when new videos come on in the channel. Hit the like button if you like this video. Share it with your friends. I would share with your friends. This is free. And at the same time, I'm making myself available so that way you can ask questions of me, or you can suggest topics so that way I can talk about them. Why is it that I'm talking about parenting? It's because somebody suggested that I should. That would be something that would be beneficial to a lot of people. So, until next time, back on basics.